Hi! Today we're going to be talking about the other types of filicide. I already covered altruistic filicide, so if you don't know what that is, please go check out my other video and then come back here. So the other types of filicide under the umbrella include unwanted child filicide, accidental filicide, and spousal revenge filicide. There's also infant filicide. So unwanted child filicide is just that. It's where a parent no longer wants that child or doesn't have a need for that child, so then they commit the act of filicide. There also is accidental filicide, where reprimanding of a child then leads to the filicide of that child. And then there also is spousal revenge filicide, where the spouse that commits the filicide is wanting revenge over the other parent by taking away everything that they have. And in my case, there was filicide plus unaliving of my husband, so that is unaliving plus unaliving of himself. So those are the 4 different types of filicide. Remember, usually in filicide cases, there is some sort of mental illness, and in my case, there was diagnosed mental illness, and I know that in a lot of these cases there are, and that is why we have to be aware of these instances, and we have to make sure that the right protocols are put into place so that we not only can help children in these cases, but also the perpetrator of the filicide, because they need help as well. They often are given help and then they slowly fall through the cracks, and so I'm just spreading awareness so that our system, our mental health system, and our just health system in general can change, because the statistic on filicide that I shared before is over 450 children are taken from this earth via filicide every year, just within the United States. That's a huge statistic. And 2 of my children were out of those 450. And the one thing that I've learned through this is that you can't ever say that it won't happen to you, because it might. You can never say that anything won't happen to you, because we don't have control over anything. And we are just here on this earth to learn something and then take that knowledge and apply it to the best of our abilities to then move on to our eternal home, which is, and I believe that it's heaven. So, and I do believe that my children and my husband are in heaven. And I believe that my husband is in heaven because he was a believer in Jesus Christ, and even though he had a mental illness, I try to relate it back to if you were to have cancer and you were not to get treatment for that cancer, eventually that cancer is going to take your life. It's the same thing as mental illness. Before going through this, I didn't understand mental illness, and I honestly thought that it was just like, oh, you could wake up one day and like you can be better. And that's not the case now. After researching it and talking to professionals and getting awareness out there, it's really an illness, and you can't just turn it off and turn it on. Like, that's not how it works. And so that's why I'm spreading awareness of mental illness, and I'm spreading awareness of filicide to keep the legacy of Alec, age 7, and Lydia, age 6, always alive. And these videos will hopefully outlive me, and hopefully somebody will find these and be able to help someone else in the future when I'm no longer here. So please remember, always be kind and always abound in hope. Thank you.